Okay. Please introduce yourselves, say your names, and what years you served at TEDxGCU.
Great. My name is Steve Owens, and first and foremost, just so grateful to be here. Thank you to the TEDxGCU team for inviting me out to speak on the past president's panel. I served on TEDx for years 2 through 5 and worked up from the production team up to president my senior year for year 5. So thanks so much for having me.
My name is Madison, and I am the current president of TEDxGCU. I started as a design team member year 7, which was square one. Then I moved up for uncharted territory, and I became the director of design. And then I became director of design again for Loose Threads, and then eventually the president.
Fantastic, guys, fantastic. You both started out on TEDx as team members, then worked your way up to presidency. How has that experience either changed or reinforced the views of your leadership, especially in the creation of such an event?
Well, for me personally, starting out as just like a team member and then having that gradual going from a director and then a president, it showed me that the power lies in my team, not necessarily me as president, because I've realized that they're the ones who are on the ground, they're the ones getting their hands dirty, and they're the reason why the event actually functions and it runs, and it's having that sort of humility and it's having that understanding and that experience firsthand that allowed me to, as I moved up, I kept a sense of humility there, and I kept a sense of, I would say, understanding of every person, because I know exactly what it takes to run this event and just how much it is and how you need to have that passion and that drive to do it.
Yeah, well said, Madison. I think I resonate a lot with the humility of starting from a team member going to director of finance, then going to VP, and then going to president. When I think about the leadership experience and how it impacted me, I would say it gave me a lot of perspective to see the different roles, and like you said, Madison, how many people have to come together, and the fact that TEDx is just fully student run, and then it's gone on for 10 years is just so amazing, and I think it's just a testimony to the kind of students that Grand Canyon University produces, and so I couldn't be more grateful for my time at TED, and it really shaped the way that I view leadership.
Fantastic, guys. Sure. In 2022, our main event theme was power. What does power mean to you, and how is it reflected in the mission of this platform to create ideas worth spreading?
That's a great question, Matthew. When I think about power, I think about God, and that He is the ultimate authority and creator, and that He gives us each unique gifts, talents, and abilities. Every one of you in the crowd has a unique gift, talent, and ability from the Lord, and I think that you guys can use those gifts as power to empower those around you, to serve those around you, to serve the Lord and bring Him glory. And I think connecting that to ideas worth spreading is that using those gifts that the Lord's given you is something that you guys should be sharing, right? All of these talks that you guys see up here tonight came from a unique passion that the speakers have, and they're coming to share it with you tonight. And so I'd encourage everyone in the crowd to know that they are empowered by the Lord with a unique talent, and that you guys should go share that with the people around you.
And, you know, based off of what Stu said, I think that the power also lies in the action behind ideas worth spreading, because it is the action behind the idea of creating an event where we can share TED Talks with GCU students that brought us here today and has been here for the past 10 years. It is when 2 students said, hey, and went to Paul Waterman and said, hey, there's something that we want to do. And because of that, and having that initial reaction and that initial step and that initial just action step there, that is where the power lied. They didn't just let the idea stay in their head and float there. They took it out and they did something with it. And through everything, we're here and we're big and we're great 10 years later.
Yeah. How did TEDx empower your college experience and create a space for growth, leadership, and community unlike anything else?
Being a part of TEDx as my college experience, I think the best part of it was the people and who I met through this club, and seeing my peers with such drive and passion and purpose and discipline has inspired me to do the same thing. Honestly, there was so much strength and power in just watching people and watching them in their natural element, especially, today. And seeing that amount of love and passion for something like TED, it just forces me to rise to that occasion. And because of that, I know that when I step out into the world, I'll be able to rise to any occasion.
TEDx empowering my college experience. I loved going to college at GCU, and TED made it so much better. I remember being in this arena my freshman year. I knew no one, and there was a club and community fair going on, and it was the second year that TED was running, and there was a TEDx table, and I went up to it. Hey, I know what TED Talks are. How do I get involved? What do you guys need? They're like, we need somebody to take a video. I can do that. Sign me up. As long as I can be involved, I want to do it. And then that led to me building community, making friends, getting poured into by leadership like Paul Waterman and the CCOB staff, and just really began my career with TEDxGCU. And it's all student-run, completely volunteered. But then I went into being director of finance, which helped me build business relationships, going out into the community, raising funds, raising gifts in kind, and then that leadership experience with being vice president and president really, I think, sharpened my resume and helped me have so many stories and tangible things that I could use in interviews, post-grad, and everyone knows what a TED Talk is. And so it's just such a differentiator that I think really empowered me in my college experience.
Good answers, guys, good answers. How can power manifest in more ways than just leadership? And how was it manifested in your roles as you shaped various parts of this event and platform through a year-long process?
For me, I think that power, I've said it a lot before, but power for me has manifested in the spirit and the feeling of humility. Again, realizing that the power came from my team and came from the people who are the ones setting up our VIP boxes, ironing out those linens. It's them that make this happen, and understanding that and having that understanding has really just given me a sense of humility, telling me that I would not be able to do this without them. And so I respect every last one of them. I respect their time, I respect their passion, I respect their drive. And honestly, I am so, so grateful for the team, not only for this year, but for the past 10 years, because there's also a sense of humility, understanding that TEDxGCU is so much bigger than me, and it's going to get bigger long after I've graduated and moved on and started living in my career and everything, understanding that it has grown this big, and it is a privilege and it is a blessing to be able to hold this and make it the best that I possibly can for the years that I'm here.
Very well said. Very well said. I got to go hand in hand with that. I think humility and servant leadership are the way that I think power manifests itself within TEDxGCU leadership. And I don't know if there's much more to add to that besides the fact that it really is the team. And taking care of the people below you, they'll take care of you. If you take care of your team members, then everything else will run smoothly. And so not letting any sort of title or position go to your head, removing any arrogance or pride, I think is one of the best ways to show your power and influence.
Nice. My friends, this is my last question, so get ready. This is TEDxGCU's 10th year. The year we are honoring a lasting legacy while stepping into a renaissance of new ideas. As you reflect on this, what do you believe to be the power of ideas and the legacy that TEDx leaves on this campus and leading in this mission?
It's a long question. When I think about legacy, I think probably two things. I think about the tangible legacy of like the organizational structure that we created 5 years ago, or when I was president, our TEDx event had to be held off campus because of COVID, and so a month before they're like, we got to shut it down, we got to refund all the tickets, and we had to pivot and say we're going to go off campus, find a larger venue, make sure that it works, and there's tangible legacy stories like that are really fun, and to see those get passed down are really cool. But I think the legacy of succession is what's the most rewarding to see. The fact that it's still going on 10 years from when Paul had an idea to start it and got 2 students to make it. I think continuing just to empower students and giving them the opportunity to gain these leadership skills is probably the best legacy. So would love to see it continue from year 10 to year 15 to year 20, and just keep going from there.
Well said. I think the legacy that I would like to leave here with TEDxGCU and just at GCU in general is the idea and the confidence in yourself to go past your limits and to embrace the imperfections, embrace the mistakes, and embrace the times where things do not work out, and being able to take a deep breath, don't panic, and be able to lead your team through that chaos. I hope that I am a physical representation also through, main event and everything, that you 100% can do it. And when you pick the right people around you, and you understand also that those people, for me, my team they're equal to me. This is more so a collaboration, because again, they have skills that I don't, and I have to respect that, and vice versa. And so I really hope that through today and then into the future, that the legacy that I leave here is just going past your limits to have ideas and spread them.
Sure. Guys, thank you so much. That was so good. Give one more round of applause, guys. Come on.